Hey Hofstra fans, welcome inside the WBB Mason Coaches Report. I'm Carrie Schreiber, joined as always by the head coach of the Hofstra women's basketball team, Coach Krista Kilburn-Steveskey. How are you doing today?
Doing well, Carrie.
And now, just this past week, you guys had a 62-47 victory over NJIT. What were your thoughts on the win?
I was obviously happy how we came out and we're aggressive and just really kind of stuck to the plan about what we're about. There were some highs and lows, throughout some consistency in the game, but certainly pleased because we had not played them well last year here, and he does a good job over there, and then they're a strong team, and we just we didn't take them serious enough last year, so I was proud about where we were mentally, and we kind of took care of business early.
And what was that plan that you guys had? What were you looking to focus on a little bit more?
Well, we keep keeping it simple right now when we keep saying it's about us, but just giving ourselves a fair start, coming out mentally ready to go, focusing on the defensive end, and really kind of tightening up our defensive side, and and being explosive in what we do. So it was really just about us, like I keep saying, about us getting it together, and obviously Kelly shot the ball well. I thought Darius led us really well. So there's a lot of really good high points, and so did obviously Ajane. She did a great job as well.
And Ajane Durant and Kelly Loftus again are leading on the score sheets. So what have you really just been seeing again from them, and how will they stay consistent over a little bit of time off?
Well, the focus has been the focus has been on the exams, this week, and really just kind of focusing extremely heavily on that aspect of the academic piece. But just trying to keep it fresh. Had a lot of different types of practice scenarios to a lot of individuals, and now it's going to get down to crunch time the rest of this week. So these two just, it is what it is. They play basketball. That they've been playing for a long time, but it will be nice to get another game in for the holidays.
And then junior Darius Fox, she had 10 assists in the win. What type of impact has she had on this team?
Well, everybody feels like they, can win with her on the floor, and she does make people better. That's kind of always been her trademark as a player. She's like the consummate team player, and you'd love to have a lot more people like the way Darius plays the game. So, so many good things about her. People just feel comfortable, and she's extremely positive on the floor and a good teammate to have. So everybody kind of brings their best game, with her out there. So, it's nice, pieces of the arsenals that we have here, pulling together, because you have E inside, you have, Kelly, who is opening up the floor, Asia, when she, is doing her thing, can open up the floor as well, and and then you have Ajane just doing numbers, playing consistent as a freshman. It's pretty exciting.
Someone else we haven't really talked about much, Ayla Adafaroka.
Yeah.
She's been leading with 9 rebounds per game, shooting 53% from the field. So what else have you seen from her so far this year?
Well, that's what makes us a great team, because we didn't mention Crystal right now, who I think has just been doing phenomenal, and having that combo between Crystal and Darius, and then you have E. You have people like DTP and Sid coming in. So I keep talking about this as where we're not even close to where we are as a team, not even scratching the surface yet, about what we can be doing once we get all the pieces together to our program, and so it's coming right along. I had said in the beginning of the show, be a little patient with us in the beginning. Still thought we could have squeezed some of those out, even with that. But I think as we continue to move forward and kind of get over this rough stretch of being off and playing a game, come back from holidays, and then it's really gonna be moving fast. It's going to be moving fast.
And it is coming along. You guys are on a 3-game win streak right now. So what have you seen that's been successful, and maybe what else are you still looking to improve on that you're working on right now, or going to continue when it starts to move faster?
Right. You're always a million things that you need to do. We actually talked about that on Saturday's practice. We're not even close of practicing always at the level of intensity we should be practicing, doing the little things, doing the things what a championship mentality team does. So, I think that's your learning process. It's kind of like our mantra has been, if you don't feel like doing it, do it anyway. If you don't feel like studying hard enough, study anyway. If you don't feel like, it's whether it's on and off the court. It's just kind of, that mindset of like, you need to do it anyway. And you need to, all of us that had played, we knew the days of practices and, what practices mean. But, people always make that phrase that, playing the games are for free. You're earning your living, in your practices. So, we just have to keep focusing on the defensive end. We keep filling those holes and, learning the things about us, during the wins. I think that's what I always say. I'd rather coach you up and coach you even harder on the wins because we're going to hit so much adversity, and we've got to be able to continue to adjust and, maintain that consistency in the hard times. So I think that's what the true mark of your team is, what kind of team you are when it's really crazy, when it's not 85 and sunny. So, that's what we just keep saying all the time.
So it's getting closer now. You guys go against Boston College on December 21st. Their team that averages about 73 points per game. So what do you have to do defensively to try and stop them?
Defend the arc like crazy, and they're experimenting. They have a lot of depth, with their team too, starting different people, and but one thing consistently they do, they're going to come and they're going to pull it and they're going to shoot it, and a little more guard oriented. Like I said, they have some numbers, so we've got to control that arc. Control the arc in transition, and we've got to, certainly, attack, what they bring on the defensive end. I'm sure a lot of change-ups and different things that they're experimenting to how to defend us. So.
All right, and now, Coach, how do you get through this week? Then get back onto the field and play onto the court. I'm sorry.
To the field.
Yeah, no fields, but get back.
How do you get through this week? Yeah, your exams you've been studying. Like I said, every coach has to deal with this kind of stretch. So I've been really proud with their effort and their attitude, so far. So now we start tightening the belt, this stretch here on Tuesday, and now it's just really preparing ourselves. And so I think mentally ready. I think good leadership. I think it's beginning to emerge. Whether it's E, whether it's Jaquel, whether it's Sid, they're and even DTP, telling them how important it is for this game going into the holidays. So they're certainly not sleeping on this game. BC is a huge game for us. It's a 12 noon start. So they're talking about this. They're getting the young kids ready and get everybody over, this stretch. I'm glad we're playing on Sunday. I think that's good. And sometimes we play a lot of games on Saturday, after you just had a long hit of exams. So everybody's ready. Everybody's ready to play again and then go home and celebrate and be 7-3. So I think that's what we want to be doing.
All right. Well, thanks again for the time, and best of luck this week.
Thank you.
And that was the WB Mason Coaches Report, and you can tune in every Tuesday.